Good day, folks, and welcome to review number 13. Today we'll be looking at the unluckiest character in the Transformers Prime Cyberverse line, Commander Starscream. Starscream comes packaged on the smaller Cyberverse Commander-sized cards. The card features artwork of the Decepticons down the left-hand side. As usual, the back of the card features the toy displayed in robot and vehicle mode, as well as a short bio paragraph. The same battle scene art is shown again at the bottom with the Command Your World logo. The right side of the packaging features Starscream's technical specs, as well as the series number. As with the other Cyberverse commanders, there is a secondary bubble on the inside of the packaging containing a mini DVD. As with all the Cyberverse commanders, Starscream comes packaged with a special edition mini DVD of Masters and Students. Masters and Students again. Maybe the people that came up with this gimmick were big Skyquake fans, I don't know, but I need to start figuring out something to do with all these things. So let's take a look at Starscream in his robot mode. You've got to say this is a great representation of Starscream, especially for a Cyberverse class toy. Posability wise, he has ball jointed shoulder, just a hinge for his elbow, but he's got ball jointed hips, hinged knees, and an ankle swivel, not a full tilt, but a swivel, which does help with a lot of the posability. Overall, I mean, he's a great little Cyberverse figure here. Starscream is tall for a Cyberverse commander as well. Here's an example of him next to Cyberverse Commander Powerglide from the Dark of the Moon line, and there is a good inch and a half difference in height between these two. Starscream even has a little bit of height on Optimus, who I thought was fairly tall for a Cyberverse commander as well. As I don't think I've really mentioned much in the with the Cyberverse line yet, they have done a great job of the face sculpts on these figures, and Starscream does not disappoint. That traitorous smirk is there. The one thing I do wish is that this figure had at least a neck swivel, or a pivot. Unfortunately, his head is fixed in position, so he's always looking straight with a little bit of hunched over look to him. But I can forgive that with the quality of this face sculpt. Another slight issue with the figure are the feet and ankles. They did at least give the ankle swivel to help give you a little balance when you're doing some of the awkward poses, but because of the awkward shape of his foot and some of the splayed poses that he can do, sometimes these feet can be a little hard to balance sometimes, and if they had been able to just put a little bit of a tilt in there, would have solved that problem. But again, we're talking about a Cyberverse class figure here, and just the fact that we're getting ankle swivels at all is great. Starscream comes with two red translucent weapons that seem to replicate the blasters that he has on his hands, as well as his arm missiles. They actually seem a little bit too much for him. I would have been happier if they'd kept it simple and just maybe given us the arm missiles for weapons. Maybe one of the blasters as well. So let's see how this transformation works. This is another simple transformation, as is to be expected with Cyberverse toys, but it's still satisfying. Most of the parts have a nice click-into-place feeling. My only real complaint is that the feet can be a bit difficult to click into place, and once you get them there, the ankles can still rotate freely. This can make his toes stick out away from the fuselage. Overall, a pretty good transformation process. So here we have Starscream in his vehicle mode. And unfortunately, I think this is another case anyway, where they have sacrificed the vehicle mode in order to get a more accurate robot mode. Which, I don't know, I can go either way on that, because Starscream is such an iconic character in Transformers Prime. And just the way he looks, the way he moves, you need to get that right. But at the same time, again, I'm a purist when it comes to my airplanes, and there's quite a few problems with the way this looks. Not even getting into the fact that Starscream's just hanging out on the bottom of his plane. I think they could have maybe done a little bit better with the vehicle mode. Besides the general look of the vehicle mode, on his vertical stabilizer, they went with the soft rubberized plastic that we've seen used a lot of times in swords and melee weapons in the past. And actually, it doesn't look too bad from this angle, but mine's actually got a little bit of a bend in it. Similar to what people have seen with like drift swords and that kind of thing. Which it's actually kind of funny. They went with a soft plastic back here for this, but yet these sharp wingtips here are the same hard plastic as the rest of the figure. Oh well. In the end, Starscream ends up being my favorite Cyberverse commander so far. While his vehicle mode is sorely lacking, this robot mode looks fantastic for a toy this size. And, due to his size, he stands out from the other Cyberverse commanders. But when have we ever had to worry about scale with our Transformers? This is another mark in the win column for the Cyberverse line, and I hope this trend continues.